Hey, I want to share my DNA activation vision I had the other night. I've never shared a vision on YouTube, and so here's I share my vision. Like 3 or 4 nights ago, I had this vision. As I was laying down, about to go to sleep, I lay down. This is before all the bullshit with my fucking website, so before I got stressed, I was doing well, and I laid down and closed my eyes. And in my mind's eye, I saw, you know what I mean? Just as clear as you would see something in here, kind of like when you close your eyes and you picture your friend's face, you can actually see it. But I saw this thing in my head. Now I remember it kind of like you remember a dream, so I don't remember all of it, but I was totally awake when I had the vision. But I lay down, and right in front of me, like 2 feet in front of me, with my eyes closed, I see this like ball that's like created out of mesh, really, really, really like fine wire mesh, like thousands of wires together, like a wire ball. But it's so many wires that you can pretty much can't really see them. And it's glowing, and it looks like it's flying through space with like this solar wind going through it, from right to left. And it starts to like turn on. It turns red and starts glowing. And I felt like I was watching the ball, but I was actually feeling the ball, like I was the ball. Like my body was the ball. I was just like watching my body or something, but it was a circular ball. Maybe a little teardrop shape, but it starts to like glow. And I could feel my body like energizing, like it was kind of like a sound, like and like when I felt it, I kind of felt like that was like a metaphor for what's happening with the whole earth, with us, with all of us. Like we're all going like growing up in frequency, and it started to glow so much that you couldn't even see the wires. And then like I could see this like shell around it. It was like the shell. It was like surrounded by like a shell that was like the Earth's atmosphere. It was a shell. But it was like hard, and I could see how the shell was getting like shaken and burnt away as the ball started to like heat up and light up. And I kind of felt like that's what's happening to us, because then after that I had this vision, but I can't really see the vision as well. But yeah, it was like a vision of like a rainbow colored ball, and like the ball like started to glow, and I could feel my body like started to like pump up, like as the ball started to grow, and then I could see the shell around it like crack and like break away. So I think that's kind of like maybe I was having a vision of what's happening with my DNA, like what our DNA is doing, and what the aliens say what our DNA is doing is turning from carbon-based DNA to silicone-based DNA, so that it can incorporate more strands. Like right now we have 2 that are woven around each other. Well, then we're going to get 12, I think. And the third one's going to be like partly physical, but connected to the spiritual, and then the other ones are going to be totally spiritual. But the spiritual ones and the one that's partly physical, and I think maybe even the ones that are physical, are going to turn into carbon. So like what's happening is our DNA, the insides of our DNA, or the higher strands of our DNA, are starting to 420 every time I look at my watch. The higher strands of our DNA are like starting to vibrate higher and turn our lower strands of our DNA to vibrate higher, and then mutate into the silicone DNA. But so like visually what I was seeing was the DNA going, and then the carbon was kind of like breaking away, and the actual carbon molecules would like die and then just get recycled out of the cell and then like puked out. But so it's kind of like metamorphosing into a new form by literally replacing the old form, by burning it off. And like as I felt my body like actually like energize, like get intense. Now I've kind of felt those before, like maybe 12 years ago. I was having it a lot. Like I'd feel really like nervous and I couldn't even stay still. Like I'd be like and it was not comfortable. But like when I was having that vision, it was like totally comfortable. It was like, oh cool. It actually felt good, like a release, like orgasmic, like really pleasant feeling of like kind of like blasting out of constraint. And it was kind of like fun because it felt like the constraint was like suppression. And it was like everybody's just blasting out of it, and the suppression. And I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's kind of like suppression, like somebody else's idea of suppression, kind of like trying to control you. And they just kind of like just got blasted away and fell down, and like it was kind of like funny and like making fun of the people who were trying to control. It was just kind of like a feeling. But like, but it kind of felt like everybody was doing that. I was like feeling that together and like going up. So anyways, that was like a vision. I think I was like DNA activation vision. So like the cool thing, so I guess and it's kind of interesting, like having the vision of like the ball with the mesh, it's like the mesh lines are like the masculine energy of like the ley lines, and then the glowing and the energy connecting them was like the feminine energy. And then it like uses that to just blow up. But like I think it's a good metaphor for kind of like everybody kind of like DNA activation and becoming kind of like. No, I haven't talked about a video like what DNA activation is. I'm just talking about my vision, but like kind of like I had the feeling like everybody having it, like feeling everybody else having it, and it's like fun. It was like it's something you want to cherish happening. Like you want to cherish the experience of it. Like it's actually because like it only happens once. You can't go back and then do it again. So you want to do it. So anyways, I think the moral of the story is to just like share it. Share talking about like kicking the asses of suppressors. Like people who like want to like control you, tell you you can't smoke weed or can't grow your hair out or can't walk around with your shirt off or can't say 4-letter words or can't upload weird videos, or you can't say this or say that, or you can't go here, go there, you know what I mean? And because like to cherish that, because it's like anybody who's like wanted to control you is they've already lost, but they haven't realized it yet. So just kind of have fun, like. But anyways, the vision was kind of cool because it was kind of like a feeling. So anyways, I'm gonna keep my eye out for like a vision of like just sitting there feeling, and then your body like just like and like burning away anything that's like crusty, but it was like something that was around it, surrounding it, and like keeping you disconnected from like outside light, kind of like keeping you shaded. But it just gets burnt away from the inside, not from light coming out and hitting you and burning away the shell from the outside, but like a light from the actual thing getting activated. Like it was connection with the outer source or whatever the energy comes from all along. It just got activated and then just went. So like no matter how like disjointed you are, you could be like in a jail cell, but you get like activated. Anyways, that'd be a cool vision to have again.